I'm approaching it from, I guess you would say, as responsible as I can in creating a non-psychoactive access to cannabis for people to be able to come to a safe area to pick it up for free and not be asked for any money. In addition, I'd like to do some support group meetings, similar to AA, have cancer focus, support group meetings for veterans as well, even though they have the VFW, and do some training around the endocannabinoid system. There's so much to learn, and just now with the new passage of the federal farm bill, studies are going to be able to start being taken. So I'm going to be filing a special use permit for your consideration and zoning, and I realize there's going to be a process. I'm certainly not going to be opening up my doors. It was funny because as I was in the first week of being really excited about starting this, I woke up one morning and went, oh, yeah, I can't just open up my doors and start giving it away because now it's legal. And I wouldn't want to do that to you anyways. I want you to know what I'm doing. I want you to be able to ask questions. I'm happy to educate. I'm happy to line you up with whoever. I know that there's a significant amount of education going on by the sheriff and the county and the consulting firm talking about marijuana and the potency and all of these things. And I just want to make myself available to the community to be able to answer questions and share with you what I know. And if there's things you can enlighten me with too as well, that's great. But I'm really excited about this new endeavor from what I'm told from my attorneys, and based on looking at what the laws currently are, I'm able to go ahead and do this. But ideally, I would like to group myself. I'm already rooted here. I'd like to group the headquarters here, be able to have clinic days open a couple days a week. Then the rest of my time will be spent outreaching to cancer clinics, working with oncologists and VAs. And I mean, the door is unlimited. The other cool thing about the veterans is that within the law, there's also $20 million worth of grant money available to organizations that are doing something along the clinical studies side. So as I'm looking towards the future, I'm really forecasting how can we really grow and make this a responsible entity in our communities. Any questions?
I have a question. Are you required to get a license from the state?
At this time, no, because I'll be able to produce upwards of 500 bottles of tinctures. And right now, my threshold, I'm looking at around 100 bottles per batch. And so I'll be way below my threshold of being a patient and a caregiver.
The only other issue, I don't know if you understand, but because the law passed, it gives us 12 months to respond to the public as to whether or not we would opt out of any activity or designate certain activities, however way we wanted to approach this. We do have an ordinance from our attorney that prohibits, and that's part of our process and discussion. So, knowing that you were coming tonight, I emailed our attorney and said, what do you think of this? And his response was, from his perspective, it would be part and parcel to the ordinance, so we could prohibit it if we choose to do so. And obviously that's going to be a vote of all 7 of us here at some point in time. I'm sure that if any of us had cancer or some illness that we could find comfort and relief from, that we would all be seeking whatever there was out there to do that. I appreciate you telling us what you're doing. I'm not sure, as a counselor of the community, if we're ready for that. anybody else have anything
I just have a question. If it doesn't, you said it doesn't give you the psychoactive effects, and so it's really not, how does it fall under the marijuana establishment? No different than if I went to the pharmacy and bought a bottle of Vicks because it does have alcohol in it. They're not violating the law because it's below a minimum threshold.